one of those women able to escape and call 911, and police arrived shortly after, and that's when these shots were fired. But that's also when things get murky. Right now, police are not saying who shot the student and how this all played out.
And I heard the screams, and then I looked outside, and there's police officers everywhere, and it was a girl screaming. It was the most horrifying scream I've ever heard in my entire life.
You're watching the most shocking and informative LRJ TV News.
Hello, I'm LRJ from LRJ TV. I apologize that this story will break your heart, but it must be told. Let's go.
You're watching CBS 2 News in high definition.
Good afternoon, I'm Mary Calvi.
And I'm Chris Raggi. Breaking news here at noon in the fatal shooting of a sorority sister at Hofstra University.
Moments ago, police confirmed that robbery was the motive. The apparent intruder also killed during the overnight horror at an off-campus house. CBS 2's Ouija Jang is live in Uniondale. Police just wrapped up a news conference. Ouija.
You can see there's still a huge crime scene behind me. Police focusing on that white house on the corner where the victim lived. Investigators trying to fill in several holes about what happened. These are answers that students and faculty members at Hofstra are desperate for as they grieve a young woman they describe as beautiful and kind. The last day of final exams, a typically sweet ending to a grueling school year, now a heart-wrenching one. A 21-year-old Hofstra University junior and Westchester native shot and killed during an overnight home invasion. Her twin sister, also inside at the time, may have seen it all. Both members of Beta Sigma Phi, BSP sorority.
They're inseparable, almost inseparable.
Identical?
Yeah, they look exactly. You cannot tell them apart. You simply, unless you've known them in person for a while, you cannot tell them apart.
Their house on California Avenue just steps away from campus. Police say an armed intruder wearing a black ski mask forced his way in around 2:30 a.m. Along with the sisters, a male student from Brooklyn and a female student from Connecticut were inside. Investigators say the suspect let her go, ordering her to get cash. She called 911 immediately. After officers got to the scene, a shootout unfolded.
And I heard the screams, and then I looked outside, and there's police officers everywhere, and it was a girl screaming. It was the most horrifying scream I've ever heard in my entire life.
Really?
It was awful, awful.
But it's unclear who shot the victim, the suspect, or an officer.
We are going to get to the bottom of exactly what happened. We have to do a process. It is a process. I know you want answers right now, but we have to do this the right way. We have an obligation to the family of the victims to find out exactly what occurred.
For the Hofstra community, the details of the attack won't change the feeling on campus.
Everyone's crying, obviously, and just everyone's in groups of circles trying to, come together and just try to support each other during this really terrible thing.
Hofstra University releasing a statement a short time ago to offer condolences to the family and to say that graduation ceremonies will resume this weekend.
Sandra, Nassau County Police say that the officer who took that fatal shot is a 12-year decorated veteran of this department who served more than 7 years with the NYPD. His name is not being released tonight, but we are told that he is on sick leave.
The officer eventually fired 8 rounds in total. 7 of those rounds struck our subject. 1 of those rounds struck the victim.
Rebello, a Hofstra University student, was in her off-campus home with her twin sister, another woman and man. As someone walked out of this Uniondale home early Friday morning to move a car, police say 30-year-old Dalton Smith entered the home armed with a loaded gun, wearing a ski mask, and demanding money. But what he found just wasn't good enough, so he sent one of the 4 victims for cash.
He told her she should go to the bank and withdraw the money. Prior to her leaving, he told her if she did not return within 8 minutes, he would kill one of the individuals in the house.
Instead, she called 911. Radio transmissions caught the apparent chaos.
Also inside with the hostages and the gunman. Shot. We have a subject down. Everybody stay off the air.
Once inside, officers found Smith had Rebello in a headlock with the gun pointed to her head. The suspect, a violent criminal who just broke parole. The police commissioner tonight did his best to explain the details to Rebello's family in Terrytown.
I felt obligated as a police commissioner and as a parent to inform them as soon as all the forensic results were completed.
This young lady could still be here today if the cop had some common sense, if the cop valued her life. You don't just go out shooting when you know there's innocent people in a home or in anywhere. There was an incident where a cop shot a man in the back 5 times in front of a crowd of school children. These cops don't have no concern about anyone's safety. Now, I know a lot of you guys right now, well, LRJ, you know, he should have. Bullshit. When you enlist into the armed services, you take that risk of losing your life. You know, these officers, soon they get shot in the leg, they getting all this compensation paid from us taxpayers. When they die, their wife get all this backstopper money and flowers and the news coverage, and every annual firefighter police event, they get a check for $10,000 to the day she dies. My heart goes out to this young lady's family. I hope whatever funeral home gets her body can fix her. Fix that hole in her head that some asshole put there. Because her mother should not have to see her baby, who she worked so hard to go to school, to see her child with a hole in her damn head because some asshole. I'm LRJ. A lot of times you guys may not agree with me, but this is why I do what I do. Oh yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe, because you be glad you did. I love you all. Peace.